Flags will fly at half-mast across the country and the sails of the Sydney Opera House will be lit up tonight to honour the 6 victims of the weekend's fatal Bondi Junction stabbing. 5 of those killed have now been named: Ashley Good, Dawn Singleton, Jade Young, Pakria Dachir and security guard Faraz Tahir, with tributes flowing from friends and family.
8 people still remain in hospital, including a 9-month-old girl who's in a critical but stable condition. Police are sifting through potentially hundreds of witness statements and hours of video footage, warning it could take months to piece together the full story. We'll have full coverage for you this morning. We're going to hear from the New South Wales Premier and the Police Chief about that investigation. But first, let's go to the reporter Jessica Rendell at Bondi Junction. Jess, good morning to you. 8 people still in hospital, I understand. What can you tell me about their conditions?
Good morning, Lisa. Well, initially 12 people were hospitalised, but across the weekend 4 were discharged. Of the 8 that do remain in hospital, though, 5 are in a critical condition, and that includes that 9-month-old baby that's at Sydney Hospital. She underwent surgery on the weekend for her injuries, and her family say she is in a stable condition and she is doing well. They are eternally grateful to the 2 men who helped save her life. We know that on the weekend, when her and her mother were attacked, her mother threw her into the arms of strangers who had to get clothes off of racks to help and stop the bleeding, and that is one of the reasons why she is still here today. So the family are very grateful to those strangers for helping, and we're hearing many stories like that of bystanders who are rushing to do anything they could to help during those moments there. Now, of all of these people who remain in hospital, they're spread out across the city in different ICU units and wards. We know there are people at St Vincent's, at Royal Prince Alfred, at Prince of Wales, St George, Sydney Children's Hospital and Royal North Shore Hospital too, Lisa, and they remain there fighting for their lives.
And we're learning more about the 6 victims who lost their lives in this attack.
We are, Lisa. They were all much-loved members of their respective communities who were going out and about doing their business, doing what anybody should be allowed to do on the weekends safely. Many, many people come to Bondi Junction on weekends and they were just going about their business and doing their shopping. And I'll take you through what we do know about these 6 victims so far. Prakria Dachir, she was a 55-year-old artist and designer who could speak 3 languages, and tributes have started flowing online from friends and family for her. Ashley Good, a new mother whose 9-month-old baby we just spoke about, remains in hospital. Her father was a valued member of the North Melbourne AFL community, and last night players took to the field wearing black armbands to pay their respects. Faraz Tahir was a security guard, and it was actually his first day on the job here at Bondi Junction, and his community, the Muslim community, came out last night to pay their respects to his life and to his efforts to help and try and stop the attack too, but he tragically lost his life during that. Jade Young, a 47-year-old, she was a successful architect and a member of the Bronte Surf Life Saving Club. The Surf Life Saving Club cancelled an event last night and they all paid their tributes to Jade Young, who was a member of their club. Now, Dawn Singleton, a 25-year-old, she was due to be married this year. Just last week, she bought her wedding dress and she tragically lost her life in these attacks too. Now, as for the 6th victim, we are yet to get their identity. We know that some of these victims are from overseas, and police are still working to contact their friends and family overseas before they reveal their identities.
Thinking so much about their families and friends, Jess, I just can't comprehend it. I think it was a weight that came down on all of us over the weekend, wasn't it?
It truly was, Lisa. It's been a heavy, heavy few days for us here in Sydney. Everyone here knows someone who was either at Bondi Junction that day or has been to Bondi Junction before. This is quite the event that has shattered many people across the community. And you can see, I'm not sure if you can see behind me, but there are flower tributes that are growing by the minute. People are coming by to pay their respects. This has truly affected everyone here in Sydney, but also across the country. We know that in Melbourne last night, The MCG as well as Flinders Street Station and Fed Square lit up in support of these victims. Sydney Opera House tonight will also light up in solidarity, and the Prime Minister has asked for flags to be flown at half-mast across the country. But this is also an event that has shocked many around the world. We've heard from President Joe Biden, Prime Minister Rishi Sunak, as well as several members of the royal family too. So it has been an event that's shocked not just everyone here in Sydney, but around the country and the world, Lisa.